What's up guys, welcome back to another episode with the Motor Spirit EG6. I've been away for a few weeks with work, but I've finally been reunited with the egg. So today we're going to crack on with the splitter. Obviously I was a bit of a rush job last week. I'll be finishing that up, getting the backstays done for that, making sure it's all secure all round. Continuing with the Aero theme, we've got some side skirts to go on thanks to BYC Racing. And that's it really. It's nice. Last time I know you couldn't really see the splitter because it was wet and it was dark. Hopefully you can see that a bit better today. It's looking pretty sweet. So these are the side skirts. As I said before, we're going to fit these today. They should just pretty much slip on like now. I'll remove the original skirts for the sake of weight. They should push in a bit more, but the idea is these will stop the air escaping out from underneath the car. Looking at this now, the car's probably sitting a little bit higher. We'll see how it goes. Let's just see if I can get them to sit straight for a minute. So we're going to have to raise the profile of the splitter a bit as well, because there's still a big gap under there. So yeah, let's get them fitted up and we can tinker with what we have to. Okay, so to fit these skirts, you get these very nicely made steel brackets. Yeah. And what you do is you'll line the skirt up, you'll score a little mark on the sill, and then that'll bolt through the sill like that. I've got a feeling it's no big deal, but I'll have to bash the sill up a bit just to make that nice and square. That's no issue. And then obviously that bit bolts through the holes on the sides of the side skirt. That's the skirts fitted. Nice easy job to get them on. They sit quite high. I'm probably going to have to lower the car a touch. The splitter is far too low. It's 30 mils lower than the skirts. Now I want that line to be square. Square. Yeah, I want it to be on the same level. Funnily enough, the original splitter that come with the BYC kit is about 30 mils shorter than the one that I made. So it's almost as if the work that I did was for nothing. So I'll probably fit the original lip back on. Then it'll all be in line. I'll lower the car an inch, however it's going to start rubbing on the tyres if I lower it, so I'm going to have to fit stiffer springs, which was in the pipeline anyway, so no big deal. It's just like doing one little job has made a lot of other jobs that need to be done. That's the way it goes. So yeah, I'll get the other side on, the other side skirt on nice and quick. Then we'll refit that lip. Hopefully it'll all be level. I'll maybe then look at lowering the car, and then I'll probably order some stiffer springs. Okay, second skirt done, nice and easy. They're really nice actually, they fit nice, and they are a nice, simple, feel-good job. Right, so now I'm going to look to fit the original lip, and hopefully that'll bring the whole splitter up enough to be in line with the side skirts. And then we'll look to lower the car a bit, probably about an inch. Still probably not enough, but I've got no space for the wheel. So we'll lower the car, and then I'll look to finish the splitter off, and that'll be me done for the day. So that's that. Okay, that's the original BYC lip refitted to the front, and you can see now we've got a nice level plane to play with. So I have to apologise from what I said in the last episode. I'll take it back. You know, it works. You know, so I thought that the BYC lip would bring the whole splitter too high up for the side skirts, which would be horrendous. Whereas in fact, where that sits now, there's about an 8mm difference where the front end is 8mm lower than the back. I'm quite happy with that. I'm not going to mess around over 8mm worth of difference. So fair dues, decent kit actually all round. Yeah, not much else I can say about that. So that's all that done. It looks pretty good. Like I say, I'm going to lower the car about an inch all round. I'll probably look to do that soon. Now. I'll look to do it now. Yeah, we'll lower it an inch because it's just, there's too much ground clearance. Maybe more like 30mm. Anyway, we'll lower the car. Then I'll have to take it all apart. I'll get the car on the ramps and we can start looking at fully securing the splitter down. So I've lowered the car about 30mm all round. It's just about tucked the tyre, just about, not really, but if nothing else, it looks freaking awesome. Hopefully you can see that. I know we've lost all the daylight here. Yeah, it looks good, but the main point is we're going to have a greater ground effect here. We're looking at about 3 inches from the ground all round now with the splitter, so I can't go any lower. Already I'm going to have to, as I already said, get stiffer springs. The car's going to have to get realigned. I have to re-corner weight it. So, you know, a lot of work for the sake of this, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Also, you may remember me talking about making a side exit exhaust. Another reason why I bought these skirts really, but I'm going to have it so it comes out probably midway along the door, around about here. I might try and get it to the rear. Problem is the fuel tank's in the way behind there, so probably not doable, but yeah, that's going to be sweet.
Welcome to the underbelly.
Right, here's the underside of my car. It's good to see actually, because you get a good view of the splitter and exactly how far back it comes. So it really does blank off the whole front end of the car to the rear of the subframe, and then a small gap, but it then blends into the fairly flat bottomed area of the rest of the car, following it all the way through, a little bit of a gap there into the rear splitter. The rear splitter I'm going to look to widen, make a new one, and take it all the way to the edge of these frame rails here. So it needs to come out a good 10 inches either side. A nice big one. Again, hopefully we'll lose the exhaust out of the side exit. I was just having a quick look at the whole side exit idea. Obviously we've got a bit of a frame rail there. I'm not too sure how structurally integral that is. However, I can always just put a C-notch in and use a nice solid bit of metal in there to C-notch it. Should be fine. The car's pretty much held together with a cage anyway because the rest of the car's full of rust. And then obviously put a tunnel through this way and then out the side exit there. I'll definitely have to notch the sill and the frame rail here, and I'll use some probably a good semicircle of steel for that. Right, anyway, task at hand. So the back end of this needs securing because obviously it's going to be doing that. So my options are really, I've got to come off of the subframe, which is fine. I can either, well, what I want to do is make a bracket that I can weld onto the subframe, comes down straight. Just try and make it so you can see. I can barely see myself. Okay. So we want to make I want to make a bracket that comes down straight, so a straight piece of steel, like an L bracket essentially, and then I can simply slide it onto the sort of L bracket, and that'll be it. However, we've just about got enough room for the anti-roll bar. I might have to shave a bit off the back of the splitter, which is fine. Or I come sideways and have a sideways L bracket and just come off the side there. I'm going to have a little think. Obviously I need to measure this, make sure it sits level, make sure the car's sitting level. I mean, it probably is, I've just leveled it all out, but make sure the car's sitting level. It is resting, it is literally resting on the bottom of the manifold there. Now, Dibond, where's the light? probably better this way. So Dibond doesn't react well to heat. Now obviously the manifold's heat wrapped. I've bought a square of reflector gold, a big sheet of it, so I'm going to basically just stick it down, obviously on the other side of this, but stick it down so it's sat against the manifold and reflecting that heat away. Hopefully it'll be enough. It doesn't really, all that happens is the plastic inside melts and then it kind of loses its strength. We'll have to see what happens with that. Testing will, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to think about what I want to do with this and then we'll get on with it. The good thing is the car is pretty level, a slight rake, it's very slight, which is good because I can then introduce more rake using the coilovers, and the splitter sits exactly the same, just on a slight rake. So where it sits now, well, might have to push it up about a mil, you know, just a touch. Only push it up a little bit to hold it into place, so that's good. All I've done is made some little 90-degree brackets. I'm going to weld up to the bottom of the subframe and they'll just pull up the splitter where I need it to be. So I'm going to make sure the splitter is nice and level, mark where I want these tabs to go, and then I'm going to weld them in. Alright guys, that's me done for the weekend. Yeah, all I did was weld in some brackets underneath for the rear splitter. Not ideal the way it's turned out. I'm going to have to think up something better than what I did, just because it makes it really awkward to get the splitter on and under the car. Let alone I've completely eliminated any jacking points with the side skirts and the front splitter, so yeah, it's made things a little bit awkward, but to be honest, the way it's looking right now, I'm not too bothered. Yeah, right, cheers guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and share. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, get more regular updates on there than I do with making the videos. So until next time, catch you later, bye bye.